Since May, we've been studying our 9.3 expedition, What a Wonderful World, with the guiding question, what is our relationship with the natural world? Through this expedition, we have studied our guiding question in detail and analysed how we could answer this by using knowledge we've learnt throughout this term. In science, we've studied plant biology, photosynthesis and cell structure, along with food webs and interdependence, all of which are crucial to our planet. In human, we've had this focus on geography. We've studied climate change and interdependence in our local area, such as in the Ousburn River, located in Newcastle upon Tyne.
For our final product, we've rewilded a raised bed in our school site to encourage more biodiversity, and we've completed a specific study of our school which could be used to inform any future building plans. Finally, in English, we've had a focus on poetry, which presents the theme of nature. We've studied romantic poets such as Wordsworth and Blake, who have inspired our presentation and learning, recordings of poems written by ourselves based on how nature makes us feel. People in G29 have written poems from subjects about rivers to rainforests, the beach to the sky, and deserts to cities. We've put lots of effort into our writing, and we hope you can enjoy it with us.
Waves roll gently on oceans clear and bright, sparkling beneath the sun's golden light. A glowing fire hangs in the sky so high, warming the breeze as seagulls fly by. Shells lie scattered on soft sandy shores, whispers of tide echo distant roars. Palm trees sway with a lazy grace, dancing in time with the ocean's pace.
Entire forests have been destroyed, and now they have left a void. 15 billion of them are felled each year. Nothing to be proud of, nothing to cheer. Starting to grow, leaves starting to show, but that doesn't change the facts of all the companies' acts. How long do you think I'll last with all their terrible tasks? You see, I'm the only tree for 1,000 feet, and all the companies think that they can just go and cheat. All my friends were cut down, leaving me with a frown. I'm still standing tall, but incredibly down. So what are you going to do to act? Are you going to sit at home or face the facts? Maybe you will keep going at your actions. What's more important, life or transactions? I get you that you need a little wood and space, but is there not any other way? The least you can try is to recycle, because then maybe just you'll give us a life full.
Remember when I was so crystal clear without all of your plastic giving me fear? You have now affected me with your waste. I am now lifeless and disgraced, and forced to displace all of my children, who you continue to kill with your careless spill. You damage my children, you poison their home, you continue to suffocate them. You don't care if they survive, you don't need them or so you believe, but it's me you need. I am the blood of the planet, you all rely on me, yet you damage me. I can live without you, you can't live without me. We are running out of time, save me before it's too late.
The trees are tall, the sky is blue, our flowers bloom with drops of dew. The wind blows soft, the birds all sing, it feels like peace in everything. The hills are green, the sun is high, white clouds drift through the sky. The river flows, the world feels bright, so calm and warm in the morning light.
I never understood this forest, yet my passion for it is unspoken. Creepers pull at my heartstrings, but the blossoms comfort me. The rain keeps me cool, yet I still see my reflection in the puddle once it stops. The branches keep me trapped in this forest, the vines hold me back. The leaves in my iris, the streams carry my blood, and the trees in my bones. This forest is my soul, yet it keeps me locked away. In my roots, in my stem, in my petals, in my soil, I question, I misunderstand. The beauty of my forest is a concept that I cannot seem to grasp. Some paths I have never followed, some routes I cannot take. They are available, but when the light pierces my canopy, I see my shadows. The shadows block my flowers, they block the moss, the flora, the fauna, the forest.
People have spoken of me with many names, the abyss, the blue, the deep, but you can call me the ocean. I have locked up 71% of the land on my beds, free for the thousands of species within my seas. For the most part, I have left you alone. I haven't bothered you for millions of years. But now, for some reason, you choose to harm me, you choose to pollute me, you choose to kill me. So dare I ask, why? Why do you dredge my beds? Why do you troll my skin? Why do you destroy everything in your path? Coral reefs are turning pale, losing their life, dying, crumbling, cracking, collapsing. What else is dying? Millions of fish, animals, and creatures displaced because of your recklessness, migrating away from what used to be home, hunting thousands of creatures yearly, releasing them finless, tailless, toothless, defenseless, condemning millions of them to death. And all for what? I think I know why you do this. Money, greed, cold, hard cash, selling fins with tails and teeth, and simply throwing away the parts you don't want, left to rot on the sea floor. Or maybe it's just violence. Maybe it's just a thirst for blood. Maybe the water isn't enough. You slaughter, butcher, murder millions of innocent sharks yearly, just because you're scared. How about I give you something much more real to fear? How about I slaughter, butcher, and murder you, like the innocent life you did the very same to? Yes, that sounds right. I'll flood your towns, drench your cities, destroy all of your hard work, like how you destroyed mine. Like the fish and homes you destroyed, I'll destroy your homes. Like the fish you forced to migrate, I've forced you to migrate. However, unlike the fish you massacred, not all of you can swim, not all of you can breathe underwater, not all of you can survive in me. I once gave you life, I can certainly take it away. You need me, I don't need you. You destroyed me, I'll destroy you.
Earth's vibrant green hairs sway, caressing my bare legs. Pillars of God's golden light pass through the white ships that sail the skies. My arms hug the rigid oak body, with arms outstretched towards the sky. I sway amongst the vines, wind whispering through my hair. Crystal drops leap from the river's edge. I imagine my sapphire-scaled tail, dashing against the Tiffany glass surface. Berries surrounded by arrowhead leaves, wine reds and inky blues peek out from the bush. Roots that tree's anchor push through crowds of daisies, daffodils and dandelions. Now the earth is out of balance. My cheeks burn in sweltering heat. The leaves are curled and timid, hiding away from the polluted air. The ships that once sailed the skies now come with anger in their eyes. Spears of light, blinding flashes shatter the forest floor. Crimson waves of violence tear down the once lively forest. The sound of cracking branches, collapsing oak corpses fill the suffocating thick atmosphere. As I grow old, the forest can't cope. Out of my grasp, out of control. The forest is forever lost, for now and years to come.
A home to all living, the trees, the bees, the birds in the sky, the panthers that prowl, and the monkeys swinging high. From big to small, they share one space, the lush green rainforest, their sacred place. It shelters, it feeds, it gives them a home, where wild things wander and creatures roam. What once was a sanctuary to all, now a fiery pit, where the deafening bird call echoes through as loud as a drum kit. They've lost their homes, the panthers, the parrots, the pigs. Humans claim the land as their own, while animals wander lost and alone.
Do you care? Do you care about me? Do you care about my home? You say that you're trying to make a change, but are you really? You are spending too much time driving to work or driving to your friend's house when it is in walking distance. You are releasing lots of carbon emissions, but I thought you were on a mission to stop deforestation. You are changing my home and I am struggling to keep up with the change, the damage done to my habitat. So please stop and think. Think about me and the other animals losing our home and our families. And think, would you like it? Would you like it if your home was being destroyed when you have worked so hard to get where you are now? Would you like it? I don't think you would. So please stop and think, for the animals' sake and mine. We know you don't understand us, but we are screaming inside, screaming for you to stop. Stop destroying our homes. We know you don't understand us, but we know you can make a change, so why aren't you? So please, on the behalf of the animals in our homes, stop and make a change. We know you can, so why don't you?
Soaring sky high, the ground below now bare and dry, once covered in greenery, the beautiful scenery, trees that towered over everything, flowers that blossomed in the spring. now only dust and silent cries beneath the smoke-filled greetings arise. Where birds once sang in chorus sweet, now echoes fade in dull defeat. A river once ran bold and clear, now choked with waste, it disappears. The breeze that danced through open fields now carry sorrows it can't shield. The fields once rich with buzzing bees now lying still in silent pleas. No petals bloom, no pollen flies, children played where forests grew, their laughter bright, the sky so blue. Now playgrounds rust, the trees are gone, in silent falls where joy had shone. The forest whispers ancient tales of creatures gone in faulted trails. The wolf's last howl, the bear's retreat, now ghosts that roam with aching feet. The mountain peaks once crowded with snow, now crumbled as the warm winds blow. Glaciers weep into the sea, a slow descent to memory. The ocean road with life once vast, now poisoned tides roll cold and fast. Coral realms now ghostly white, bleached by greed and lost to light. The whale's deep songs no longer heard, replaced by hums of ships absurd. Yet hope may sprout from ashes deep, if seeds of change we choose to keep. Now roots may rise with scorched terrain and cleanse the earth of sorrow's stain.
As I flew through the purple-stained haze of a forest carved by the fruitful labour of people, a time had passed, a once forest of green, blank and dry, exposed. As I flew through the high-pitched whir of the high-engagement hub, trees littered all around, but parallel to the horizon.
The Great Barrier Reef, so vast and deep, who knows what animals live in every creek, fish and crustaceans native to many nations, one of the wonders of the world with exotic creatures and weird features. But very deep in the sea, the corals getting bleached, once full of life, full of colour, now dead and looking duller. White and plain is how they look now, they need shade provided by clouds. The sun is getting closer and closer, the future for coral couldn't be looking worse. Coral provides us with so much, such as food, habitat and medicine and coastal protection. Pollution is killing the coral, not long left until they have no purpose. This will eventually come back to hurt us.
Riding my bike down the tarmac street, sweating puddles from the heat, as my tyres turn, chimneys burn along the tarmac streets. Glowing windows, buzzing lights, warm winters and long nights, broken glass and drunken fights along the tarmac streets. Rows and rows of red brick houses, women wearing summer blouses, children playing, water gun spraying along the tarmac streets. Ice cubes clinking on the glass, vodka bottles on the grass, rivers flowing, old men mowing along the tarmac streets. As I near the end of the street, the air moves in the heat, the tarmac roads disappear, gravel paths are drawing near, the cool shade of the trees and subtle buzz of nearby bees at the end of the tarmac streets.
My name is Chilbert, I'm so happy here, alone on my leaf with nothing to fear. They call me the cruel insect, I'm from out of town. I plan to take over infecting on my head, place my crown. Grass is so cool, I hope you can realize too. One without grass is a fool, and if you're a fool, then boo. First is the grass, I tear the cinder, all others I surpass. The forest faces my raging thunder. Flowers are so nice, they brighten my mood. I pick them, cool as ice, and a perfect spot for food. The flowers will fall, lose all their leaves. I stand tall over their graves. Bees are quite super, they give us honey. They work like a trooper and produce lots of money. I hunt the buzzards dead, their wings fly no more, and no matter their pleas, all end on the floor. Trees are so epic, yes, even the birch. From the poles to the tropics, wood build the earth. Like a parasite we feed, off the sap we nourish. To thrive is what I need, my goal to flourish. In the nature there is me, I'm cooler than the other guys. To nature is my plea, don't listen to the insect's lies. In the forest lies a caterpillar, so naive, so chill. I'm the killer, and it's going to be my next kill. Berries are awesome, yes, like the ones I eat. Berries, can I have some? They are elite. To cut their supply, I have to cut their food. To cut their life, I'm doing awfully good. An insect is cold and tough, my peace interrupted. Nobody is bold enough to rise against his soul corrupted. Now a powerhouse, I start to invade the forest. In blood I douse, make this place messiest. For the cold insect had the power, and he wanted to thrive, and his forces went lower, he destroyed our lives. Nature bowed in fear, my reign absolute, the end is near, but soon comes a hunter, ready to make me mute. The hunter saved nature, and it very much tried, for I am sure, without it we would have cried. And now it's the end, we managed to survive, and now's peace, the world did mend. Bye.
Droplets of memory pooling together, I watch with wonder, awe, and fascination, gurgling gently the restless dance of billions of lives, connecting us beyond our borders, lifetime, and identity. The messenger of death, the blue terror. The river is a silent murderer, but snow knows that it is man, his deadly accomplice, choked with cholera, massacring our ancestors. An immigrant without authorization, it doesn't need a visa to shape our landscape. It emigrates through erosion and deposition, a powerful force creating diversity. An anchor holding our very existence, tethering us to the bay of life, a symbol of power, purity, and rebirth. Tears of heaven, each droplet a prayer, descending down, murmuring hope, submerging into the soil of belief.
In 1958 it was found, lying deep amongst the ground, past the soil, through the dirt, made from what once walked this earth. This land will prosper again, for this is the point to begin. This black gold will lead us into the future. Our economy will prosper, could this be the booster. The people are happy, the people are pleased. For this liquid brought great nations to its knees, competing with each other to look at their best, won't they give it a rest? Money was drained, spending surged, over time tensions emerged. If this is the future, then let it be, for they will find perfect harmony. A decade on we found more than enough to last. Could this be the heartfelt goodbye to the past? As we work quicker and quicker, it's getting harder to breathe, the air is thicker. Money is flowing and our work is showing. Our powerhouse of an industry is very quickly growing. The trustworthy theories contract our plans. We're all growing to become #1 oil super fans. Our government is guiding the way, or at least they say. Rules and regulations are getting tighter. They slaughtered a group of freedom fighters. This is not what we envisioned for the nation. Why did we vote without hesitation? The crops are dying, but our profits are sky. Nigeria has fallen victim. Whatever happened to our long ago promised kingdom? The skies were grey. We couldn't tell what was night nor day. Fog fluttered, fire grew. What could we possibly do? What was once deemed as ours, taken from our powers. Was it right? Was it okay? We may have lost this fight, but the war another day.
A river is a giver that shivers silver reflections from the light from heaven #7, but we stop that like killers for filling up with unwilling killing carry on that stacks packs of heat that beats joy like a toy. So as nature judges and holds many grudges, we rush to make nudges of tars that block stars. So us and them, cuss and then, cause war to break from our hate. As more die at a rate, we should not appreciate the weight of the state lies to our eyes. As day breaks, the poles quakes from heat we make to the heat we take. And rise, the bird rise to the skies, because the water we fill with waste tastes like death to our breath. Our health and wealth are wasted, and the flowers sour in our power.
The world's peak, once so great, is now starting to meet its fate. As rugged trees sway in the wind, as leaves begin to decay and fall, vibrant hostas brimming with life, skies once blue now choke on grey, a bird's music was lost in the chemical spray. A flower, a bud, a dying leaf, nature whispers through her grief. So heed my warning before it's too late, listen before the earth forgets her fate. In our hands the power now lays, to mend our world and change our ways. The world's peak, once so great, will soon be silent left to contemplate.
World War III has begun. Man versus nature. Form your alliances, know your axes, enlist your children. Slow are the alliances between man and trees. Bark being torn like limbs from bodies. Sap pouring from the trees like blood from victims.
We are not immune to extinction. This is where we will live or go extinct as a species, just like many have before us. Many feel like a caged canary, singing of warnings and death of destruction, scientists, activists, and everyday people. The ones with the power to make change are not using their privilege, and the majority will suffer from their inaction. Politicians, lobbyists, and corporations. Only 100 companies make up 71% of global emissions. How is this blatant ecocide allowed? How do so many get to turn a blind eye? Choose the survival of our species over your ever-increasing profits. Choose humanity over this brutality. People will not care until it's their forests burning, their coasts being flooded, and their environment that is becoming unlivable. I am sick of singing these warnings. We know what is to come if there is no change. Scientists have told us for years what will happen. Quoting Greta Thunberg, I don't want your hope. I don't want you to be hopeful. I want you to panic. I want you to act as if your house is on fire, because it is. Why is it that actions only sparked by youth movement rather than the ones who have power to make true change? There's a fire in the kitchen. You ignore the signs until the flames greet you in the master bedroom. No words can describe the injustice I feel, the injustice of millions who are endangered by climate change. I can feel the smoke of my unsaid words silently suffocating me as its grey tendrils close in on my lungs, but I'll sing until I succumb. We are not immune to extinction. We will either succumb or take action. The time is now.
To my dearest mother, I speak on behalf of us all when I say we have failed you. From the plastic that chokes your seas, to the roof that's full of your ancient trees, from the trenches of the oceans to the thinning air above, I am sorry, dear mother, for the actions of he and I and for all we have done. You've cradled our lives in your patient arms, sheltered us through the calms and the harms, yet still we take and take from you. You do not need us, but we are nothing without you. So please, dear mother, believe in those who still see the truth in you, because you are the one who's burning now, but we are the ones who struck the match, who clicked the lighter and threw on the gas. I cannot unsay what we've done to you, from the fire in your forests to the tears in your sky, the silence where once children could cry. You've nurtured us longer than we've known to stand, longer than time could ever recall, even longer than your plummeting land. But must your gift become our end? You could thrive without us, turn the page, start again. But us without you, we are only dust in the wind. Your breath is life, and you are fading. So I write not to fix, but to face it. To apologize on behalf of us all. We, your people, we have let you down. We act as if we are your equals, as if we've been crowned. But you are not ours, it is we who are yours, so forgive us, dear mother, for all we have done. For every scar we've carved deep into your earth, for all our flaws and the futures we're too afraid to change.
High in the trees where breezes roam, a lone bird wanting to find its home, with a watchful eye flying through the bright blue sky. The sun was blazing, goats and horses were grazing, the big oak tree showing all of Earth's history. Free from the gases, free from the fields, free from pollution, free from the fires. Watching rainforests fall, there's no one to call, just me and a planet who needs to be free.
11,000 bats, dead. What about the big cats that need fed? Human poaching is killing them. Who will they turn to next? Dodo birds dying, the same time newborn children are crying. Man overpowering land, poaching and hunting, coaxing nature to fall into our blood-stained hands. In the deep blue lay thousands of bodies of forgotten souls that are just as important as you and I. Tonight we sail with the pitch-black sky. Fish that once danced and their scales reflecting the bright sunlight, now killed off by temperatures high. The heat that rises, so does the bodies of the long abandoned. The sun forever blazes as animal life grazes. Little do they know, the solemn little crow is aware of Mother Nature's final blow. Life and death is a show, tiptoeing to the end very slow. Only then will you know what Mother Nature has in stow. The crow croaked. Man may laugh and chant at the sight of the dead, but man will no longer stir when himself are struck in the head. The crow is right, as life is lost in the night. No more sweet whispers in their ears, only tears, only despair. The air that we breathe was once shared with exotic animals, different colours, different sizes. We need to change for the better if we want to save our world. Remember the targeted, remember the pain, remember the beak to the wings to the feathers, stained with a flood of blood. I can no longer remember the dodo bird's tune. Extinction is real. It is no longer a show, trying to tell the world what we know. Once lost is lost forever. We cannot revive the deceased, deprived, disregarded souls. Now we travel foot to land, knowing what we did was bad. Unless things turn around, everything takes a rebound. Then there will be more of the sounds, of the tunes, of the loud. Hearing the dodo go doo-doo, and the big cats purr with delight, enjoying their meals and feeding their young. Do you not have a sense of pride like a lion? Do you cry when someone takes a life? We can stop this now, you and I. We can fix the pitch black sky. We can fix the cries and the scared faces and all of the animal races. We know what to do. It is all up to us, to me, to you. This is only the beginning of our journey, so will you join me?
In the shadow where the echoed eyes, the blackboard stands by itself with no reply. The floor is stained with time and grime, tracks of beasts that kept through time. Like silent screams, the glass leans with wind sighs through the broke panes. A core dust, a rat and bones. The roof above is cracked and thin, and lets the weary rain rush in. It taps like fingers upon stone, and am I stuck alone? Pain peels like pages left unread, curled at corners, yellow and dead. Whispers flake from the weathered walls, silent echoes of what never came to be. A story once so bright in a vibrant her, each crack a stanza lost in time.
It was the day when Newcastle and Liverpool came out to play. It was sunny and the grass was pure green and all the fans were seen. The walk was long and the feeling I had was wrong. The whistle blew and I was Newcastle through and through. The grass was perfect and I knew we deserved it. It was approaching half time and all the people from the time screamed with joy like a Captain Dan Burns says ahoy. 1-0, all the Geordies ask for a bill and it's half time. The grass looks tired and wrecked and the sun looks decked. It was time for the next half and around the 52 Isak hits it with his calf. The Geordies erupt and it looks sealed and like it's a done deal. Wait, what? Kaiser scores late, but there is no wait. The Geordies paint Wembley black and white and the 70 years drought says goodbye, and that was the best night.
My world is not yours to take. Parasites burning my skies and poisoning my blood with your filth. I have shown you nothing but peace as you take, take and take. Greed is the sin of man that shall force my hand. You poison me, I'll send my storm. You burn me, I'll set you aflame. You tear me from the ground, I'll crush you underneath it. You will not take my soul before I take yours. My patience grows thin with you. Your time shall soon end just as those before you have. Those tyrants towering with fang and claw laid waste to by my power. Those krakens and beasts of the sea stretching through the depths washed up in my grasp. Those like you shall be the next to feel my wrath. The number of frivolous ends that I may deliver. A storm so fierce it sends you high. A quake so strong it breaks you down. A flame so powerful it cleanses you. These are few of my ways of control. A blizzard so cold it burns your soul. A thunderbolt slicing you through. A tide so high it washes even your vast sins. The end of war requires your demise.
The clear water speaks. The grass around leaps. You can't help but pick up the handle, and I can't help but stare at the Malta for long, longing for the sea. I see it in me and can't help but to be also close to the sea. I quote from a few more than that. Each catch made realize how much I love nature, and then this, that, another catch leave them back to their home, their families like mine, and never give up life for dying.
Open your eyes, realize the size of lies, the size of an issue, you don't need a tissue. Our world is falling apart every minute of every day, yet all we do is sit and wait for someone else to take a stand as we just sit here rather bland. It's our time to make a change, to see how blind to what is happening. Our world that we share, we're taught to not even care. Close our eyes to the truth and never realise lies. Open your eyes and see the value of the world.
The earth is a wonderful place, echoing with acres of space. Mountains rise in silent night, kissing the clouds in morning light. Rivers carve their silver song, winding ancient paths along. Forests hum in emerald tones, rooted deep in mossy stones. Skies unfold in hues of flame, each dusk and dawn a whispered name, while oceans dance with moonlight grace, holding time in their wide embrace. Nature is the earth's embrace, the beginning of all of life's grace. Climate change is a very close race. Let's get together and act fast so this world can actually last. Climate is changing, so should we. Let's make this world the best it can be.
Flowers bloom and sway in the breeze, bees fly round from tree to tree. They buzz and hum all through the day, helping plants in their own way. Trees stand tall and strong and green, shading flowers between. Bees collecting nectar, working hard, and nature has a world they're all apart. Sunshine shines, the sky is blue. Flowers, bees and trees all grow. Together in the earth they stay, making earth a better place each day.
I am vast, I am deep, I am blue, I am true. Crashing skies, solid cries. Endless dismay and pain, and you fill my heart with oil and strain. My tides now carry more than rain. I cradle life, the whale, the reef. Now every breath is choked with grief. I splash and crash, and yet you fill me with trash.
Crash. The ocean stretched beyond the horizon, its colour reflective of the vibrant sky. The waves roll rhythmically, never missing a beat, a cycle, eternal. Crash. Within the city of life, a chandelier, dimly lit, floats lifelessly, wrapped in a hypnotic dance. It's a strange creature, no thoughts, bones, spine or brain, a mystery to mankind. Crash. It was invincible yet invisible, too fragile to live but too strong to die, a gem in the vast, endless ocean. Its luminous tendrils trail after it as it gets guided by the tide. The creature welcomes change as an old friend, its destination undecided. It follows its own path as it endures the earth. Crash. But when the currents change and the waves recede, the creature is beached, trapped in a sandy desert. It lays there limp and still, cowering beneath the sun's merciless, cruel rays. It stays there stranded, shriveled and scorched, baked in heat. It was unrecognizable, void of all life. Crash. And when the tides return, its saving grace, the creature is freed, it leaves no trace. No longer restricted by the confining sand, the jellyfish can glide freely once again. Crash.
When the first of the living did come, held in the cradle of nature, and the currents of the sea did strum, but the line in the ground struck shore. The air would warm and cool, faster than any could change, and the oceans became a cesspool of death from life's exchange. The pioneers of the land came next, emerging from the elixir of life. But still, the living were hexed, for the line in the ground brought strife. Through a star's cosmic death, or new ice carving the land, stole air from life's breath, until the seas were dark and bland. The age of the plants has come, the origins of the black in the ground, and the synapsids did overrun. until the line in the ground did sound. The land was torn into pieces, and lava spilled like blood. The largest life decrease, and hardly left those who could. The start of the Mesozoic giants, beginning from something so small, feeding on the past's greatest clients, until the line in the ground made them fall. Amber exploded from the water and heated the air too far. When the times were nearly over and left the ground to char. Animals grew bigger and bigger, the greatest beasts of time, the greatest of historical figures, but the line in the ground turned them to grime. Fire plummeted down, shattering through the earth, bringing death all around, yet also bringing new birth. The age of the mammals has come, the creatures of fur and warmth. The ice had come and gone, but still they stood strong, until we came and brought the coming storm. Over and over again, the raging, smoking swarm.
The wind moves through forest pine, a breath of life, a sacred sign. The ocean roars through and then falls to rest, a pulsing rhythm in its chest. The sky wears clouds like drifting dreams, while sunlight dances over streams. Each blade of grass, each grain of sand, is shaped with care by Mother Nature's hand. The bush, the breeze, the storm, the star, remind us exactly how small we are. Yet in this vast and unfolding grace, we find our souls, we find our place. We walk where flowers gently lean, on silent paths in fields of green. The warmth of the sun, the scent of the rain, the cleansing breeze that heals our pain. No scheduled plans, no screen distracts, just moment held in Mother Nature's tracks. We all start to say what's pure and true. We lay beneath the sky's blue, with pure eyes and kind hearts. The beginning of a new era just starts.
The temperature is rising, we're running out of time. If we don't fix the climate, we'll face our own demise. I'm sorry we call the scars in the sky. I'm sorry we will never make you smile. I'm sorry I hate to see you cry. I'm sorry, but it may take a while. As the ice sheets are shrinking, many careless people are drinking. The earth will start sinking if we immediately don't get to thinking. I'm sorry, we call the scars in the sky. I'm sorry, we never make you smile. I'm sorry, I hate to see you cry. I'm sorry, but it may take a while. We must act now or accept defeat.
I wander, boiling, skin sticky from the desert that is my new home, surrounded by the city that calls this, one of many in fact. The buildings seem stronger than my frail frame that travels over yonder. The world looks black and white, in my perceptive eye, my mind racing to find the colour of this world that long yet died. There is no more light here, only my dead, gone eyes. I have memories of green glass glistening in the sunny rain outside my comfortably cold kitchen window, while I sat there listening to the world pass me by. Oh, how I wish for the wind to scream in the night just one more time. The sky too, the azure blue sky. I want it to greet me hello and message me bye. Every time I see the grey clouds and frowning clouds, I cry. Just why? We have the passion, the ability to split atoms, the knowledge to revolutionize the world, and yet we can't even listen to a simple cautionary tale. A fable we fail. Fail to listen, fail to change, fail to see it. Failing. Our world is a delicate cloud, and our world is hailing.
Why do the big corporations do this? Why do they throw so much away, only for us to pick up the pieces? Why? They take so much, leaving us with only so little. They pollute our planet, poison our seas, And what do they do when we try to fix it? They add to the pile. Why? When we're on the brink of a sixth global disaster, how do they benefit from so much destruction? What will happen to us if they aren't stopped? If they aren't kept in check? What will happen to us?
I am a million things all at once, stalking all the sea. I'm here, there, everywhere, like a ghost you can't see. Famous and unknown, peaceful and violent, predator to the world. Hiding in quiet, I make no sound, strike once I've found, and become crowned, king of the ocean. 300 teeth to rip down prey, electric sense as their muscles fray, grey streamlined, 20 feet long, you know me, I'm the most dangerous one. Water's calm, I mean no harm, I never cause a scene. They fantasize and use their lies all to villainize me. I can grow, sometimes glow, and prey upon the weak. But don't be alarmed, I don't want harm, it's the nature of the sea. Yet I slowly crawl, a filter feeder for all. Why should I hurt you? I have a job to do. Piloting the small through dangerous waters, like Mother Nature guiding her daughters. Intricate patterns unique just to me, up to 60 feet long is what I can be. The gentle giant, maybe you know me? I am so much more than what you see. Maybe you should aspire to be like me. The shark, 500 versions of me at play. Which one do you aspire to be like today?
Unloved, untouched, yet still he sings. A king in his temple of twigs. Why does everyone hate you? Everyone thinks you're bad, but not me. I'm glad to have a friend like you because you make me happy when I'm sad. Ash-coloured wings burn through this grey gloomy sky. Bright red beaks tears into a sausage roll. Flaky pastry flies across the ground. You stand frozen, shouts tears through the bustling city. Towering giants are glaring at you, waiting for you to cower and flee.
Beneath the sky of the heavens, when the evening begins to fold, the mountains rest in silent grace, the shadows draped on water's face. The lake, a mirror, calm and wide, reflects the hills that flank each side, and in its glass the clouds do play like running thoughts at end of day. The meadows bloom in sea green with path where special feet have been. The great oak stood yet seemed to hum a song that's yet to come. To climb the hill, to cross the deep, to dream beyond the need for sleep, one must first shake and pause and feel the trembling that makes fire real. You can't have bravery and courage without fear, not the absence of it, but drawing it near. Like mountains shaped by time and rain, we rise through, carved by doubt and pain. So let this land remind your soul that fear is not what takes its toll, but hiding from the storm outside when you were always meant to rise.
I wander, boiling, skin sticky from the desert that is my new home, surrounded by the city that caused this, one of many, in fact. The buildings seem stronger than my frail frame that travels over yonder. The world looks black and white. In my perceptive eye, my mind, racing to find the colour of this world that long yet died. There is no more light here, only my dead gone eyes. I have memories of green grass glistening in the sunny rain outside my comfortably cold kitchen window, while I sat there listening to the world pass me by. Oh, how I wish for the wind to scream in the night just one more time. The sky too, the azure blue sky. I want it to greet me hello and message me bye. Every time I see the grey clouds and frowning crowds, I cry. Just why? We have the passion, the ability to split atoms, the knowledge to revolutionize the world, and yet we can't listen to a simple cautionary tale, a fable. We fail to listen, fail to change, fail to see it, failing. Our world is a delicate cloud, and our world is hailing.
My teacher talks, my pencil glides, but in my mind, I'm on a ride. Outside, the window skies are wide. My bike waits to glide. No walls, no teachers, no endless rules. Only me and the wind, no work in schools. Hills and boats try to stop my ride, but through the wind I glide. In class, I'm told to sit up, to memorise, remember and wait. But when I write, I twist and turn, a blur of motion, quick and unseen.
The wind picked up and raced through the hills as the fields of flowers danced and swayed. The sombre sun was followed by the army of dark clouds rolling across the sky, turning middays dark as night. The beautiful blue blossoms bowed in face as the low that had grown drifted through the air. The furious clouds cracked open and revealed a trickle of silver pins initiating the downpour. The liquid sunshine radiated an ethereal cast across the meadow as a parched petunia bathed in the damp. The shades of grey parted, and the grieving sky's tears raced down towards the farmland as nature's shadow cleansed the ground. The water embraced the dry dirt blanketing the beige like a sheet. The water embraced the dry dirt blanket in the beach like a sheet, and the dehydrated daffodils drank like fishes, and the flowers bent and twisted in pain as they were thrown by the wind fast and rapid.
Thank you for listening to our poems. Our natural world is unforgiving but resilient. It will eventually recover from the damage we've caused. However, that will take time. Time that humans don't have. We hope that you consider the messages we have presented and join our climate call to action to help us protect our planet and all of the species living on it before it's too late.